Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to our third day in Malaysia. So far it's been really good. It's been all right, actually. It's been all right. Right now we're kind of just chilling in front of the hotel right now, looking for a place to go. I know yesterday at the end of the video I mentioned that we're going to be going to a 2-hour nearby city. Turns out we're not going to be doing that. I think today we're going to be actually going back to the ChinaTown area early in the afternoon, because from what we've done research on, that area during the day has a lot more stuff going on, and when we went yesterday it was pretty late and a lot of stuff was closed, so we're gonna head back there. But I think during the day we're gonna head to some action figure stores, which is gonna be really cool. But I think we're gonna get some coffee first, so I'll see you guys over there. So we're back in Kuala Lumpur, Chinatown, and you can see a lot of it is Chinese restaurants, things like that. But in the clip that was playing before this, as we were driving, our Grab driver was explaining to us how Malaysia worked, and he was basically explaining different parts of the city, different attractions, and he was also explaining how, since Malaysia is kind of a culture hub and they have a lot of different people, a lot of Malaysia is kind of built in different districts. So like some district is more Indian culture, some is more Chinese culture, and things like that. And he was also explaining to us a lot of other parts of the city. Like in that clip, he was explaining to us what some of the buildings are. But before that, he was explaining how the different districts work. But now we're in Chinatown. As you can see, a lot of Chinese restaurants. So this is more, so if you come to this area, you're going to see more Chinese people that speak Cantonese and Mandarin. And I believe in there is a hotel that has a Chinese dinner buffet going on right now. So I'm going to put you guys on game for a second. If you guys ever come to Malaysia, Chinatown, this right here is a very good restaurant. Our Grab driver recommended it, and we looked it up and we looked at the menu. They got a lot of good stuff. They got Malaysian noodles, Malaysian sandwiches. They got all types of stuff that looks really, really good. A lot of seafood. So definitely try out this restaurant right here. So the entire 3 plates that you saw, I think it was 3 or 4 plates, my noodles and all the other Chinese food, that was around 50 ringgit, and that comes out to 11 USD, closer to 12. But that's how affordable this place is. And that's expensive for Malaysia. Just the funny part. Right now we're walking to the main part of Chinatown. So we're back at the Chinatown area, and that right there is the street that we came out of, that was selling all those clothing, accessories, and electronics. As you see, a lot more stuff is open this time. Yesterday all this stuff was closed. You see a lot more stuff is going on right here. Just for reference, that right there is the name of it, the Jalan Pedaling Street, or it's also known as Chinatown in Kuala Lumpur, that you can look up on Google. Yeah, so yesterday all this stuff was closed and now it's all open. So if you really want to come here, you gotta come here early. And there's the street that we walked yesterday. That street opens pretty late at night. You wanna get something to drink? There's a Momo Yo, I think that's a dessert place. So another really cool thing about coming to the Chinatown area is that you see this huge new building. And according to our Grab driver from earlier, this is the tallest and newest building in Kuala Lumpur. No, he said the tallest, right? Okay, well either way, it's one of the tallest buildings in Kuala Lumpur, which is really cool. And at night it lights up. In Asia? Well, either way, this building right here, at night it lights up really cool, and it's one of the tallest buildings in Kuala Lumpur. You know, exploring these areas during the day or in the afternoon compared to night is such a big difference. It's crazy. When they picked up this mango drink for like 8 ringgit, it's like a mango slushy with like mango jelly in it. It's like $2 US, which is crazy. Yeah, we're kind of exploring right now. Probably not gonna show too much of that shopping street just because I did a video on it yesterday and we explored it yesterday. And yesterday we also explored the Bak2 caves. So if you're interested in seeing what that shopping street looks like, be sure to check out my last video. In there, we go into that shopping street and I show a lot of what they sell in there. And let me tell you, a lot of stuff's questionable. Oh, Mom, I think this is the one you're talking about, right? It looks like it. It looks really big. Is it this one? And that down there is where my dad bought the coconut in yesterday's video. He bought that coconut you can drink water out of. And that's another entrance to the shopping market. But yesterday when we walked here, all this stuff was closed, so we just want to see what this place got. And I believe KK is another kind of convenience store. It says supermarket, but inside is mostly like a convenience store. And as you can see, if you enter that, that's the huge shopping street that sells all the clothes and accessories that we went into yesterday. We're gonna go in there in a little bit. I'm probably not gonna record too much, like I mentioned earlier, just because I showed it last video. So if you guys are interested in seeing what this looks like, you should check out my last video. I'll show a little bit here, like a little preview, but if you want a more in-detailed look, be sure to check out my last video. But before we enter, we're still walking this outside area. And so the Chinatown area, it's not too big. It's a good size. It's got a lot of stuff going on, but it's nothing like, not crazy, not super big or anything like that. It's kind of like the size of Chinatown back in America, around there. Obviously, it has a different vibe to it because, you know, back in America you don't really have that kind of shopping street, but it's still really cool to check out. Watson's is another kind of convenience store in Southeastern Asia. Walking out of the Chinatown area, you'll see that they have I think it's some kind of shopping mall right here, and a couple more stuff going on out here. Over there, I think it might be a market under that like canopy. Here they got, I think, another small fruit kind of market. Yeah, so this Chinatown here has got a lot of stuff going on compared to what we went to earlier. Earlier, I have no idea where that place was. Only reason to even go there was just to see that Avengers action figure. And that red gate all the way back there is another entrance to that Chinese shopping street. And this is the same entrance that we took yesterday. Another thing about crossing streets of Malaysia, you gotta move because the cars don't really yield to you. So it's either move or you don't go. Yeah guys, if you're interested in seeing what this shopping street looks like, be sure to check out my last video. Trust me, you won't regret it. We explored the Batu caves and we get an in-depth look. You see a little bit right there. So I'm picking back up the camera and we're at a new place called the Central Market. We were planning to go to this other street that was called, it was like an Indian kind of street market, but it turns out that area is mostly just sells textiles. They do have a couple of shopping areas, but we didn't. So instead we found this Central Market, which I believe there's an inside section and there's an outside section. And there's a lot of people here, or more people than in other places we've been to. And I think there's a little bit more of everything here. Inside, I think it looks like a little mall. So there's two entrances. You can enter from here, or you can enter from that side. But we're gonna walk around this outside area first. So this Central Market area is really close. I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's the building that I pointed out earlier by Chinatown. That's that tallest building in Kuala Lumpur, I believe. A KK over there, a TT Lemon. So this Central Market area has a lot of stuff going on, which is really, really cool. So that right there is one of the entrances, and then down there is the outside section, and then that aqua building is the mall. So we're starting with the inside of the mall, and you can see that inside has a lot of, ooh, oh, these are made of metal.
Oh, even more cool.
Oh, the Magneto over here is really
Wow.
cool. 3,000 here. How much is that? Oh, there's a Wolverine.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, legal Wolverine, 150.
150? Wow. Yeah, we should have got the one that we saw in Japan.
Legal to Japan local.
No, I like color. I don't want them all metal. But this Magneto is pretty cool. Yeah, that's cool. And I think Pasar Besar is a supermarket, or kind of like in Japan, it's kind of a collection of a bunch of places that sell fruit and stuff like that. And this is all in the Central Market, the main mall area. Oh no, I think this is a mall. This part of the side is a mall. That side I think is the collection of all the little stores. Just to show you guys a little bit more on what they have here. This place is pretty big. This is the back section. Over that side's the entrance. actually a really good singer. His music's pretty good. So this is a little look of what the inside of the mall looks like. And right here, I think is a food court. It's called the Makan Hall. That song is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. So in here is mostly just souvenir shops and things like that. But I think the more attractive part is the outside. But there is a second floor, so hopefully there's stuff up there. Actually, before we head up there, there's a little side street this way. This place has a few more stuff. Here they got a lot of souvenirs. And I believe that leads to the exit, or one of the exits. There's a cool little plaza in here. I'm not too sure what this is. Oh, it's a fish spa, Mom. They got a fish spa to eat your dead skin off your foot.
Oh yeah.
Which is pretty interesting. I've never tried it before, but yeah, it's always the first time for everything, right? Luckily for you guys, that day is not today. And this is another side street in this plaza. Got some hennas, that's pretty cool. We haven't even gone up to the second floor, but I think the second floor doesn't really have much from what we can see looking up. It doesn't really have a whole lot too much. So the main stuff is all on the first floor. With all these souvenirs, spices, and clothing and all that. Going up the second floor, you'll see that they have a lot of more clothing shops and more souvenir shops. That's overlooking the first floor. I think this is like the food section right here. Oh yeah, the Central Market food court is right here. And that's just like the first part of the second floor right here. And that's the entrance that we came out of. And there's a tour group leaving. I think that's a tour group, or maybe a school group. So now we're back outside. We're walking the side areas. As you can see, they sell very similar things just like inside. A lot of souvenirs, a lot of cool desserts. And I think that's some tea or some boba right there. And this place is much smaller outside shopping street. Like you can see the end and the beginning from just the beginning. Like you can see the end just standing at the front. On one side they got like food and clothing. On the other they got more desserts and stuff like that. Once you walk out, you have two directions that you can go to. I'm not sure what's on either, but we're gonna check it out. We're going straight. You can also go right, but and now we're just kind of walking around because we finished up the Central Market. But there's probably a very good chance that we're probably gonna go back to the Pavillion Mall and eat in the food court or eat in the restaurants up there, because the Pavillion Mall is pretty much the main attraction, or the Pavillion area is the main area of where all the stuff happens. That's where most of the tourist attractions are, in the Bukit Bintang downtown area, which is the Pavillion Mall. That area has pretty much all the tourists, all the has all those people, has a bunch of stuff. And I've showcased a little bit of it, what it looks like. I've showcased what the Pavillion Mall looks like and all that. So be sure to check out the other videos. But check out the other video. Yes. Hokkaido baked cheese tart. That's pretty popular in Japan. I don't know how good it is here. Yeah, they sell a lot of it in like the subway station in Japan. Here they got a restaurant. Yeah, not a whole too much going on, so it's just that central market over here. That's pretty much the main attraction. Another thing to note is that in Kuala Lumpur, there's only really two main markets. There's the Jalan and night market that we went to. We went to that, I think that was the first day. And then yesterday we went to the ChinaTown area, and we went back to today. So those two are the really two main markets, street markets that you're seeing in Kuala Lumpur. There are other ones, but those are like day dependent. So sometimes they'll only be open on Wednesdays or Saturdays. So yeah, the only really two that are really very popular is the ChinaTown one, and then the first one, the Jalan and something like that. It's the one that we went to on the very first day. Those are the really main two. The other ones are kind of day dependent. And then I guess you can count this one if you really wanted to. All right, my boy, so we're back at the entrance. And then I think now we're gonna head back to the Pavillion Mall. I think I'm not gonna show too much inside the Pavillion Mall because I've shown that in the last couple videos, the last two videos that I did in Malaysia. So if you guys are interested in seeing what inside the Pavillion Mall looks like, the shopping wise, be sure to check out the first one. If you're interested more of the food side, look at the second one. I'll be sure to put the links down in the description or in the comments. You'll know. And but I think in this video I'll showcase the outside, like the nightlife, because right now it's kind of turning dark. It's around like 7 o'clock. So yeah, I'm gonna showcase the nightlife, but if you guys want to see what's inside the mall and the food inside the mall, be sure to look at the comments and you'll know which one is which. So I'll see you guys over there. So we came outside the Pavillion Mall, and this is the nightlife area that I was talking about. This is where most of the tourists are. You see there's a lot of people. And this is where most of the tourists happen, a lot of the nightlife here. That way is a lot of restaurants. We got a couple of night market booths over there. And this is the Pavillion Mall where this Louis Vuitton and stuff. And then if you keep walking down, eventually you'll see the KKV store. You can see it right there. That yellow store over there is the KKV store where the action figure. And if you keep going down that, there's the Jalan Alor night market street. We explored all through that area in the first vlog. So if you're interested in seeing what that area has, be sure to check out the first video. It's in the link down in the comments below. So it's really, really cool. This is the nightlife area, guys. So this is the main nightlife area. The Koi, that's a cool mobile place. That green building with the H&M, it's kind of dark. I think the mall closed. But that H&M right there is full of Japanese shops, which is really cool. I think it's called the 10 or something like that. I'll be sure to show you guys the name when I see it. So this looks familiar. This is the main Kuala Lumpur intersection. The McDonald's and then the KKV, and the past the KKV is the Jalan Alor Street. And right now we're heading to it. And I realized that the last time we were there, it was daytime, or it was like early in the afternoon. And this time we're headed to nighttime, so I'm just gonna show it to you guys anyways. And this is the Lachen. This is the Japanese mall that I was talking about. Inside is a bunch of Japanese stores. You see right there, you can see a Don Don. Japanese department store. So you can see a little bit of it here. Here is the entrance of the Jalan Alor night market. It's not really a night market. Well, it is a night market, but it's also it also opens up during the day, like around the afternoon. And that was when we came the last time. So the first video I made in Malaysia, we came during the daytime, and when we came, there's a lot of seafood and stuff like that. But this time we're coming at nighttime, so I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like nighttime. 2 blocks long. And in the background, you can see that giant skyscraper that I've been mentioning out throughout this entire video. You can see that at night it lights up like that, and it's really cool. And if you go to the ChinaTown area, you get a really good look at it. You can get a really good picture. But you can see near this night market, they sell a lot of seafood, barbecue, all types of fruit. They got nice juices, all that kind of stuff. So it's very similar to when we came here during the daytime and in what terms they sell. So this side is the restaurant side. Like these sides have more restaurants or like kind of more traditional place to eat. This side is mostly street food. So the left is so you can see the left is more like kind of like a restaurant, and then the right side is more like street food. But honestly, I would probably come during the afternoon because when you come at night, it's super packed. See right there, they got sizzling squid. This side, they got a seafood pot, all kind of stuff. You see, they got a lot of seafood for very affordable prices. I'm not sure if I caught it, but you can get one of those seafood sticks for like 10 RMB, which is like $3 US. And a lot of seafood here is very affordable. I apologize if I'm moving the camera a lot. It's just that there's tons of people, so it's kind of difficult to record. So you can get these juices for 5 RMB. And just for reference, one more time, 4 ringgit is $1 US. So you can see how affordable these prices are. And this is the one main difference from Japan. Japan doesn't really have these kind of nice streets. Get these nice desserts for 20 RMB, which is $5. You can get that giant dessert. $5 US gives you that huge, big dessert. And it just goes on like this for a little while. Towards the end is approaching. As you can see, it's not that long. But that's pretty much what this night market is. They sell a lot of fruit, barbecue. Hey, they got a lot of restaurants over here. This is a great place to come and hang out. They have snake fruit. I've never tried that before, but from what I heard, it doesn't taste very good. It has an interesting taste to it. That's what people who have tried it tell me. But it's definitely worth trying if you want to. What? Sugar cane. Oh no, not right now. I was just saying. That sugar cane drink does look good though. Sugar cane, I like it. So that green liquid that you saw in that bottle is sugarcane drink, which is very popular in South Asia. It's very popular in Vietnam, Thailand, and Malaysia as well. It's made from sugarcane and it tastes very sweet. But this is kind of the end of the street. They kind of sell the same stuff across all the things. They sell fruit, barbecue, seafood, all that kind of stuff. Some of them sell like stuff others booths won't sell. Like some fruit stands will sell snake fruit, which is, I think snake fruit I've only seen it in South Asia. I've never seen it back at home in the US. So it's definitely worth trying. But yeah, that's kind of what this Jalan market is. I think that's the name of it. But it's really close to our hotel, and it's really close to the Pavillion Mall. Right there, you can see the Pavillion. And yeah, definitely a worth area checking out. All right, my dudes, so that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Right now, we're walking back to the hotel. Today, we visited pretty much 3 street markets. If you guys are looking for the names of those street markets, if I said them too fast or you guys missed it, every time I visit a place, the names of the places always give me the description. So make sure you guys check that out for a more accurate name. So you guys just copy and paste in your browser and you'll be able to find it. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, make sure you like and subscribe. And until tomorrow, you already know tomorrow's gonna be a banger. And I'll see y'all later.